Hey guys, it's your boy Louie here, and I'm bringing you the first episode in my all new series, Creative Squad Builders. Now, this squad I imagined and built a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, or whenever the hell the Champions League final was, and I thought it was a pretty creative squad at the time, and now that I made my channel, I thought that I would share it with you guys. Obviously, I've sold those players since then, so I don't actually have the squad anymore, but I can tell you from playing with them, it was a great team. It was fun to play with. I mean, it's always nice when you're playing with like a creative squad that you think of yourself, and it's a nice feeling. But the players were also very good. So without further ado, here is the team. As you can see, it is a Bayern Munich Chelsea hybrid in the way that it is silver and gold players, and hybrid also from the fact that there are Chelsea and Bayern Munich players. The price tag of this team varies a lot. There's a lot of different options you can put. A lot of different silvers you can add in there, keepers, etc., etc. Inform versions. There's so many inform versions of these players, obviously, because they're great players. And so, if you have the money to spend, go and get these players out. I'll put it at the end of the video. I'll give you guys all the different options you can put. But I made this squad in 4-1-2-1-2, so obviously the price is going to be way higher than any other formation, or not way higher, but still pretty, like, a little bit higher than most other formations. So if you're going to make this team in a different formation, it's going to cost less, obviously. So let's start off with the keeper. Obviously, we have Manuel Neuer. In my opinion, the best goalkeeper in the game. However, he is a very expensive goalkeeper. He costs around 11,000 for his normal card. You can get his inform card if you really want to, and I'm pretty sure he has an 85 version that is a little bit cheaper as well. But he is an all-around amazing keeper. He is just it's so hard to be scored on with this guy. I mean, his reflexes and diving are just insane, and he has such a big boot as well. But if you don't have the money to get Neuer, or you don't want to spend that much on a goalkeeper, you can put in Hilario, from the silver keeper from Chelsea, or you can, right here, you'll see him right now. You can put in Hilario, the silver keeper from Chelsea, or you can put in, what is the other keeper? Turnbull. And obviously these keepers go for around 4 to 5K because they do play in England, Barclays Premier League, and Chelsea, and they are good keepers, but you would have to switch the defensive line up a little bit if you wanted to get full chemistry, because obviously he plays on Chelsea, not Bayern Munich like Neuer. So let's move on to the center backs. We have Breno and Boateng. Two fairly cheap center backs. Boateng goes for 3K, Bruno goes for 1K. These are really affordable center backs, and pace-wise they're decent, obviously, and they're all around decent players, and they get the job done, in my opinion. Obviously they're there for chemistry purposes, but you could find some more expensive center backs if you wanted to, but these fit the job, in my opinion. Right back, we have possibly the best right back in the game and in real life, Philipp Lahm. His stats, don't be deceived by his stats. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that Lahm is such a great player, but these stats don't do him justice. He's an insanely good right back, so I really recommend picking him up. He goes for around 8K, but he's worth every penny or coin. It's not pennies, it's coins, obviously, but he's so worth it. At the left back, we have Bertrand, whatever, however you want to say that. He actually played in the Champions League final, so that's pretty interesting. But he's a great left back with around only 2K in 4-1-2-1-2. 80 pace, 60 defending, 67 heading, 71 dribbling, 71 passing. His defending feels so much higher than 68. It honestly does. He feels like such a better left back than 68, and he's really worth it. He's pretty cheap. Great little silver, in my opinion. Left mid, we have, in my opinion, one of the best players on this team, Juan Mata. He's worth around 6 to 8K, depending on if you get the 86 or the 85 version. Both versions are great. You can get the inform version as well. That'll cost you more, obviously. But he's a great little player from Chelsea. I really recommend him. And obviously to get that chemistry with Bertrand and McEaren. Right mid, we have Solomon Kalou, also a great right midfielder, great pace, great dribbling, decent shot. He is a nice little player, and the only right midfielder at Chelsea that I could find that was actually decent. Only worth around 2.5k, so it's a really cheap player. Definitely worth the money. Center defensive midfielder, we have Alaba. You can interchange this with Michael Essien if you want to. Essien is worth around 7k, Alaba around 6k. Alaba is really there for the chemistry with the back line. But if he's not vital, you can put in Essien, and I mean Essien is a better player obviously because he's gold. But they're both really good players. I actually really like Alaba. He feels like a really good player, and I've scored some really nice goals with him even though he only has 60 shot. As center attacking midfielder, we have McEaren, whatever. Nice little silver from Chelsea, worth around 7k. Obviously, there are different center attacking midfielder options that you have from Chelsea or Bayern Munich. I just like McEaren the best, and he adds a little variety to the team as he's a silver. And he's fun to play with, so I recommend him. At the two strikers, pretty straightforward. We have Mario Gomez, obviously the first. He is an absolute beast of a player, only worth around 7k in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, so definitely worth picking him up. And another player that we have at striker to get that chemistry with Gomez is Olic. Now, Olic isn't the best player, obviously, you can tell. He's not even rare, just FUT head makes every player look rare, even though some of them aren't. But he's only worth around 800 coins, and I think he's worth the 800 coins if you look at those stats. They're all around stats across the board. I mean, he's a nice little striker to go with Gomez, and if you have more coins, you can obviously afford to buy a better version. And so now I'm going to go through the replacements that you can put if you have more money, more coins to spend. Obviously, Neuer, you can have his team of the season. No, I think he only has an informed version. But you can have his informed version even better than the normal version. He's obviously going to cost you a lot more coins. You can have, there's also at right midfielder, you can have Robin. Now, I know Robin is so expensive, 180k for his normal version. Probably so much more for his informed version, but he's such a great player. If you have the coins to get him, I really recommend you go out and buy him. Obviously, like I said before, you can put in Essien in center defensive midfielder. Great stats, only worth around 7k, so not that expensive. He's a great little player. Another option we have at right mid is informed Muller. Now, there's two informed Mullers. There's an 86 version, 85 version. The 85 version is the one that is right mid. The other one is center attacking midfielder, I think. He's worth around 40k, but again, great player. I mean, nice stats all across the board, and he's just a good player in real life and in FIFA. And I think the last option that I have for you guys is Contento at left back. He is more expensive than Bertrand, and I feel like he's a little bit of a worse player, even though he's higher rated. He's still a silver, but I really like Bertrand better. Contento goes for around 7k, and it's not worth the 5k. I mean, I actually would prefer Bertrand over Contento. So, and it makes the team a little bit cheaper as well. Obviously, there's a lot more options, and you can interchange them if you have more coins. David Alaba also has a team of the season version, which is even better than his normal one, obviously. And yeah, that's the first episode of my creative squad building series. I'll be out with more creative teams. Ooh, what happened here? But I'm gonna keep on posting these. Find some creative teams that are affordable and fun to play with, so that you guys can have a little variety in your FIFA 12 Ultimate Team experience. Okay, as always, if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I've just started out. It would be great to have your guys' support, and I'll keep on coming out with more videos. So until then, bye guys.